Hello, random stranger, and welcome to my very first reaction video. As it is my first video, I feel like I need to come clean about something, and that is the fact that I am a complete anime noob. You can probably tell from the name of my channel that I did grow up on a diet of fantasy books and movies and live action shows and like a healthy smidge of sci-fi here and there, but at the same time managed to completely skip over the entire anime world, which I feel pretty bad about. I don't know how I managed to do that, but I literally did not know what slice of life was until just a few weeks ago. So I guess the point is, I know next to nothing about anime. I have watched other American animated series, so shows like Avatar: The Last Airbender, and then of course Legend of Korra after that, She-Ra. But the first true anime I watched and finished recently, and which is the reason why I'm doing this React series, was Steins Gate. So other than being completely blown away by how great the writing in Steins Gate was and being so impressed with the originality with which they dealt with the whole rigmarole of time travel, it just really made me think, how many other awesome animes am I missing out on? Obviously, the answer is a lot, and I would be crazy to not explore any further. So basically, I jumped on my anime list and kind of just made my way down their list of top anime of all time and have picked out a couple that just jumped out to me to react to. Now, I don't know if watching anime as a jaded old millennial will color things in a certain way. I guess I'll find out. But I am a firm believer in this idea that the stories that we tell, regardless of culture or context or time, are so often universal. And no matter the medium that it's told in, there's always something really valuable to learn from it. And so I guess that's really the core reason of why I'm doing this and putting these reactions out there, is that I guess if even just one person sees it and shares in my passion, or in an emotional reaction, or something, like even if it's just a shared appreciation of a really dumb joke, I think that would be a really cool thing. So, without further ado, the first anime I'll be reacting to is Land of the Lustrous, or in my really bad Japanese, is Houseki no Kuni. Now, I've only read a very short synopsis of what it's about. I know that, to summarize, there are gems, there's some kind of war going on, and something about a random encyclopedia. That's it. So all of these three things intrigue me, and I'm pretty excited to get to it. I will likely be reacting to another anime simultaneously. I'm not sure. I just haven't really decided on which one yet. So this will be a time-synced reaction, just because that seems like the best way to avoid all the potential copyright shenanigans that pop up with these things. So feel free to watch along, and let's do this. In 3, 2, 1, go. I can already tell this is going to be a beautiful work of art. Scotland? Somewhere where there's bountiful plains of grass. Oh, their hair. They are gems with very nice hair. Sunspot activity. So the enemies are somehow related to the sun? So I'm getting some really strong run to the litter vibes from her. But obviously she's gonna find some way to rise to the top of the pack. Oh, and those clackety sounds they make when they walk. That's pretty cool. He doesn't look like a gem. Sensei. Rude? Never breathe on someone like that. Phosphophylite. Oh yes, combat scene. Oh, that's so interesting. There's a bit of like a Buddhist aesthetic going on. Yeah, that's definitely. I mean, I'm sure there's like really deep religious symbolism going on here, but I think I might just enjoy the fight scene. Lunarian sunspots. Whoa. Oh, and the music as well. Violin for a combat scene, that is pretty awesome. And a combo. They give up gems when they die? Oh, so they must capture them and then turn them into weapons. Oh, okay. They harvest them. Only 28. So essentially they've been hunted to extinction, I'm gonna say. Oh, they're the other gems. Physical condition. What physical condition? Oh, that's a bit harsh. Oh, they got massacred. What? Oh my gosh, they're dead. This is a brutal show that looks amazing. What? She dead? No, she's not dead. Hardness level 3. Okay, he's talking to her like she's not dead, so she. Okay. So she can talk back, even if she's in like a million pieces. That's cute. Oh, mention of the encyclopedia. That's a cool job. Come on. I mean, where would the world be without Wikipedia? Okay, so these gems obviously they can shatter into however many pieces and still retain their sentience or their life. Hmm, interesting. So they're immortal, but there's got to be some catch. Yeah, so obviously they can be destroyed. Here we go. Right, so if they lose enough of themselves, maybe they can never be put back together. Hmm. I guess if you're always scared of losing yourself, then you just kind of never really want to put yourself out there, take that risk. You three and a half. That's an absolute burn. She's such a baby, but a very adorable baby. I love the dynamic between those two. I didn't quite catch the red gem's name. The Mohs scale, three and a half. I'm assuming it's like out of 10, maybe? That's useful. Unimportant stuff is useful as well. Cinnabar. She's like, yes, that is me. Yeah, she's a bit of a dumbass, but she's very likable. Oh, I kind of want to see the other gems. What is she wearing on her head? She's holding an arm. Just so casually. Just holding a limb. You quack. Oh, so Cinnabar was the gem right at the start, under the moon. She's poisoned. Or she is poison. Maybe both. I guess everyone has to have a job on this island. Oh. Just doing some evil scheming. Mm. So Cinnabar seems to be sort of like the outcast of the whole group, of the 28 of them. And this dumbass is going to break down her walls. Yeah, so it's not really just her poison, it's more her whole vibe. I feel like the fact that she's a 3.5 somehow maybe will help her get close to Cinnabar in a way that the others can't. I can't get over how good this anime looks. Uh, oh, she's mad, but she's also protecting her. Oh, that is some strong self-hatred. Oh, she's like summoning an army of poison? The blank encyclopedia is going to save her life. See, I knew it would come in handy. It's only the first episode and she's literally been broken like 20 billion times already. Oh, she literally lost both her arms for you. Oh, she's a two. Oh, because of the poison. That's probably why she's so depressed. It's like everything she touches turns dead. And like after like a long period of time, that's got to get to you. You just don't want to be around or be anymore. That's really sad. That's the thing, if you can't die and you're stuck in that situation, it's got to do a number on your like self-esteem and self-worth. This music that's going on in the back is beautiful. It's like a Japanese string instrument. I just can't think of the name off the top of my head. Okay, she's the nice one. This is what those floating things around her are. Oh no. She just totally lost hope in everything. Oh, she's helping her write her encyclopedia. So Foss is going to be the one to bring her back from her depression, or at least help her find a way out of it. And that becomes an obsession. This is a great setup for some really nice character arcs. She's the ultimate tortured character. Oh, this must be the opening. Oh, nice. That beat, that drop. Even this song opening, whatever, is so original. Like it's very different. The whole thing kind of feels alternative as well. All right. That was episode one of Land of the Lustrous. And I have to say, I'm super impressed and I really liked it. The animation is beautiful. The music that they use in the background is really interesting and fits really well with the narrative. And also, I love how they set up the story in just this first episode. Um, so we've met the gems and learnt more about how they're immortal, but they also need the sun to function and they can be destroyed. And if you take away enough pieces of them, they can lose their memories. And in a sense, that's how they lose themselves and that's how they die. Um, so yeah, I find all that really interesting. I guess I'm just more interested now is to find out about the origin story, I guess, of the gems, as well as the Lunarians as well. The Lunarians, they don't really seem to have personalities, unlike the gems. So they kind of seem to be like more of a vague entity that just shows up every now and again to abduct them and murder them. So yeah, I'd be curious to see if there's any more nuance to why they do what they do. And in terms of characters, I mean, Foss, we could talk about Foss. Uh, Foss has some major dumbass energy going on, and I like it. I really enjoy her antics and sort of all her talking back to the other gems. Um, the fact that the others denigrate her as, Ms. Three and a Half is pretty entertaining, but I am looking forward to how she sort of finds a way to overcome that weakness. Yeah, and so the whole hardness scale, the Mohs scale, I think it was called, um, that seems to determine how useful you are in the hierarchy of gems. And being a three and a half, she is pretty useless, although not as useless as Cinnabar, who I think possibly may become my favorite character. I just tend to have a thing for dark, moody, hard characters who actually have a heart inside. I love that trope, and I don't think you can ever get enough of it. in any kind of story. So yeah, she's also pretty fascinating as well. I guess I would like to find out more about why she's so different to the other gems, being a two, being the weakest of the bunch, and also being poisonous. I think it was heartbreaking a little bit to see the way that all of that, like her composition, has caused her to really doubt her reason for living. And she is literally just waiting for the Lunarians to come and take her away. And she said to Foss, like, even you're more useful because, you know, you're mint green and, you know, they find you pretty. It must be nice to be wanted, even if it's by the Lunarians, who obviously want to commit genocide. So yeah, I hope that those two, Foss and Cinnabar, are going to teach each other things, you know, some really valuable lessons, and sort of help each other find value in themselves. And I guess that's what good friends do, right? Is to help you celebrate the parts of you that make you you, and show you that you have value. You don't have to be like everyone else. So yeah, overall, like a really, really great original story that I'm really enjoying so far. Normally with fantasy and sci-fi stories, there are certain tropes that come up again and again and again, but I feel like with Land of the Lustrous, they've really hit on something different. They've put a different twist on almost every aspect of the story, whether it's the characters and how they get their powers, who's the strongest, how you figure out the hierarchy, what the relationship is between the enemies, the Lunarians, and our protagonists. Yeah, I don't think I've seen a similar story like this, which makes it even more intriguing and which makes me just want to keep watching this all the way to the end. So I guess that's what we will do, and I will see you guys in the next video.